Hey guys, Kurz here with you today. Today I wanted to go over a little comparison video or versus, however you want to look at it, or whatever you want to call it, I guess. But I have three different incense burners or holders. I guess that'd be a burner. But they hold the incense. So I got three different ones here, and they all work a little bit different. They kind of do their own thing. So the first one to go over is the simplest one. So that's going to be this one right here. So a pro and a con of this one is this material. If you can hear it, I'm assuming that's glass. I mean, it could be a type. No, I'm pretty sure that's some type of glass here. So the pro of this is it looks nice. It's heavy. It's probably going to last a very, very, very long time. The con, or the con of that is, you see where we have it, that is tile floor. So if I accidentally knock this thing off, my guess would be it's not going to survive it. So even though it may survive, a very long time under normal wear and tear, normal use, again, you accidentally knock this thing out on a tile floor or concrete or, whatever it is here, odds are that's probably not going to survive the impact. So that's kind of the con of this one. The pro of it, though, again, is it's heavy duty, looks very nice. As far as the actual function, so the little piece here, this is not attached, there's no groove. It's almost actually kind of like an ashtray, I guess. But this is the actual part you're using. Bottom of it looks pretty much the same. So you see there's different size holes on here. So that's a nice little feature. Let's see if I can get this one out. All right, so on this here, there's the tip. So depending on the incense you have, see if I went to that one, again, it's too big. It's going to flop around. If you go in here, again, that's going to be a good fit. And if you have different sizes, again, there's different size holes. So surely you can find one that's going to fit in one of these. If not, maybe you should get a different incense because that's a good little variety here. But that's how that's working. Again, this thing is heavy. That's a heavy little piece of metal. So it should, it should withstand the weight of your incense without it falling over. So very good product. Now, this piece here also came with it. In all honesty, I don't know what the purpose of that would be. I don't know if it's just meant to sit there for decoration. I don't know if it's meant to go on the bottom. Well, it doesn't actually seem to hold on there very well. See, it just kind of swivels around. See if I do it that way. Yeah, neither side. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of this would be. Now, I'm not going to say I'm new to using incense, but I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I don't really have any clue what that would be for. I'm sure plenty of you out there. Wait, hold on a second. Now, it does sit there like that. Oh, maybe I'm getting somewhere. Well, again, I don't really know why they would make that so difficult. There we go. So there is a little lip right here. So that could definitely kind of hold up like that. So maybe that's what it's for. Again, now it's not as sturdy though, because if you did hit this or tap it, I guess it's kind of on there. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know why that's there. I'm assuming this decoration for me. Even I think that is going to be how it's used, but I'm still not going to use that because I feel like that's just going to fall off a lot easier. So I think that's kind of a waste, but again, it does make it look prettier. But either way, that's not for me. I feel more secure like this. So that's how I'm going to be using it. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this one over here, pros and cons. Pro is it's just some type of metal. So if you do happen to knock this thing again on the ground, this is probably going to survive. You're not going to run into an issue with it. Another kind of pro is, at least in my opinion, it looks nice. It's kind of got a cool little look. It's small. It's easy to kind of store away. And it also has that same little feature as far as having different size holes. So that way you can easily fit your incense in there. Again, if you have a bigger one, it's going to go in there. Again, this one's not designed for that. But again, it's kind of same little feature, having different size holes. Now, this does come apart. I'm assuming that would be for cleaning. Let me guess I go ahead and dump that over. So this is what the bottom of it looks like. Just a round hole, fits right in there. Again, I'm assuming the only purpose that would be for ease of cleaning, because there is a lot of little grooves in there, but this one doesn't come off though. So not 100% sure, but again, I'm just guessing that's for cleaning. Going into this one is kind of the most unique. So if you're, having friends come over, this is going to be maybe a little bit more of a talking point, where these are relatively standard. I think most people are probably pretty familiar with that. This one's a little bit, funner. So this is glass. So again, you run into that potential risk of knocking this on the ground. It's going to break, and then it's kind of, defeats the purpose. Down there in the bottom, you see that's where your ashes are going to kind of go, and this does pick right up here. So that way you can take this, dump that in the trash. You can easily clean this. Again, this is just a glass, and it fits right in there. As far as how this one works, rather than having a whole bunch of little holes like this does, or they do, this just has this little piece. So basically how this is working, you can get your incense and slide it in there. And then once it's in there, you just kind of push it in there to kind of hold it. There you go. So now you have this, and I actually put that in a little bit far. It's actually touching the bottom, so you need to pull that up. So cons of this is that could, wear over time, but that's with anything. Maybe a little bit difficult to get in there, but again, I'm just kind of nitpicking, just, so you can kind of see something from this. And you can also tell that's the actual part you'd burn. So I am being a little bit wasteful. Now, obviously, once that burns down, you can scoot this out, scoot it back down, and kind of readjust so you're not being wasteful on that part. Whereas on these, you're not going to have that issue at all. But this one I do like more or less is because it's kind of fun. Again, it's different. Now, as far as the smoke actually filling up in this and coming out, I don't know if that actually is supposed to serve a purpose. Actually, I just thought of it. As you can see, I'm sitting outside right now, and this is where I keep these. So being outside, you get a little gust of wind. This is going to actually protect that from the wind. So I guess that would be a pretty big plus. I didn't even think about that until literally just now. I thought maybe it was supposed to serve some type of purpose as far as the smoke filling up in here, but I think that's actually the purpose, to keep from wind getting it. And even same thing with these. If a good gust of wind came with that, or maybe you bumped into a table or something else, your incense is going to fall over. Whereas in over here, that's actually very, very protected. So I do like that. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I never even thought about it until, again, literally just now. So I definitely recommend this one. Again, it looks nice. It's kind of a talking point. And again, that adding that little bit of safety as far as having anything lit inside your home or even outside your home. You don't want to risk burning the place down. So I definitely appreciate that now, especially if, with that little extra added safety. So there you go, guys. I would definitely recommend any of these three. Again, they all have their kind of pros and cons. Again, this is, I think, glass, so you could break that if you dropped it. As a negative, pro would be, again, it looks nice, it's sturdy. As long as you don't drop it on the ground, that should last probably forever. This thing, pros, again, it's kind of neat. That helps with the cleaning. Again, if you do drop that on the ground, I'm assuming that's going to survive, so that's a big pro. Cons of this one, really not too much. I mean, it's pretty basic. Over here, con, again, this is glass. So if you did drop it, it's going to break. Pros, kind of a little safety feature by having the glass around it. And again, it looks very, very nice. This is a little bit of a hassle, but I think kind of worth it. But there you go, guys. So I definitely recommend any of the three or all three if you just want a little bit of variety like we have here. So I hope somebody out there got something from this video. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.